When's the last time you asked yourself, what do I care about? Not what do my parents care about? What do my friends care about? What do my peers care about? What do I care about? It's such a simple yet very important question that I feel gets lost as we age and evolve. Hello everyone, I hope you're having a beautiful day wherever you are in the world. My name is Misako Envela, and thank you so much for pressing play on today's video. You know, when we were younger, when we were infants, all we had the capacity to care about was getting our needs met. Being fed, being changed, that's it. As we evolve, what we care about evolves. We discover things that make our hearts soar, that spark joy, that motivate us to get out of bed in the morning. But somewhere along the way, what we care about morphs into what they care about. They being society, our communities, our peers, our bosses. And while I don't think that we should only focus on what we care about and that we shouldn't, take into consideration what the people around us care about and what they find important, I also don't think that the answer is to completely self-abandon, to completely decenter what we value. And I know that due to the way most of our societies operate, it's hard to center anything but survival most of the time. But today I want to invite you to try and remember what you really care about. And the reason I think that it's important to stop and ask yourself this question is because I think if you go long enough without asking yourself, you'll start to confuse what you value with what you believe you should value. And I'm 100% certain that when I first proposed this question at the top of this video, there are at least a handful of you who had to sift between what you truly care about and what you've been encouraged to care about. Those are not the same things. Something I deeply care about is having the ability to decide at any given point which direction I want to take my life. Like my decision to move to Japan, which I recorded an update for you guys to bring you up to speed, or if you're new to my channel, when I was walking on the streets of Paris yesterday, here it is. If you're new here, back in May, I moved to Tokyo. I did a month-long intensive program, and it was during that time that I found out I was accepted to a long-term program. And so I stayed in Tokyo for 2 months, and then I was advised through the program that I was working with to get my visa that I leave by July so that there wouldn't be any issues in me obtaining my long-term visa. Last week, I received the final piece of documentation that I was waiting for to get my long-term visa. And my program starts in October, and I am beyond excited. And so I'm going to go to LA this week. By the time you watch this video, I actually will be on my flight to Los Angeles. I'll be there for about a month with my family, and then I'm back to Tokyo. Building a life in which I have the freedom to do things like this is something I really care about. I also honor the fact that I don't care about marriage, and I don't care about starting a family, and I don't feel any shame about that. So that's not something that I'm ever working towards, because that's not the life that I want. That's not the life that I care to have. I care about having really deep, honest, vulnerable friendships. So I put a lot of energy into nurturing the relationships in my life. I care about showing you that regardless of where you come from, you can build the life of your dreams. And so I try to do that through my videos. I care about people. I deeply care about health and wellness and nutrition and teaching the people around me about these things. Another way that I am working on my health is getting my iron levels to a good place. There was a week during my month-long intensive where I could not keep my head up during class because my iron levels were so low, my energy was so low, I would go home and pass out for the rest of the day, and it was just such a struggle. So I'm testing out this new product because the thing is, even with iron or just supplements in general, not everything ships around the world, and a lot of the supplements I take only ship within the US. So I'm testing out Floridix. This is not sponsored by Floridix, because I know that this is a product that's pretty easy to get around the world. I actually got this one in Paris. I used to take it when I lived in LA, but I need to consult with my doctor and find out if this is the best product for my type of iron deficiency. I learned from my friend Energy that depending on what you are deficient in your iron, certain products like might not work to get your levels up. I have pretty low ferritin levels, and so I'm going to check with my doctor to see if this is even going to help me, but I do feel more energized and less sleepy than I did when I ran out of my previous supplement. I also really care about dance, and so I've started to recenter that in my life. I also deeply care about being an honest video creator and creating the best possible experience for all of you. That means re-recording an entire video like I'm doing this one, because what I recorded yesterday doesn't feel in alignment with what I want to talk about and share this week. That also means being honest with myself about the ways in which I have been sort of slacking. Something I have always struggled with and never really taken the time to properly learn is color correction and color grading. If you can tell by the quality of the colors in this video, this is something that I'm actively working on improving, and honestly, it's all thanks to the partner of today's video, Fiverr. This is something I've wanted to learn for a really long time, but I've always found ways around learning how to actually do it. And so I've gotten by, but my videos never actually look the way I want them to and what I want you all to experience. So I went over to Fiverr, as I do when I'm trying to learn something new, and I found Fiaz, and I took a couple classes with him about how to correctly color correct and color grade.
One I did recently where like I like the colors, but it's still a bit too warm. Yeah. And then this is one I did over like a couple months ago where I shot it flat, raw, and then I just like could not figure out how to get it right, and so it just looks super, like I look very pale. And then this is one I did recently where it's just like way too orange. And these are not being shot flat anymore, like this one and this one. I'm doing picture profile, it's a different picture profile. 7.
People are indifferent between S gamut simple or S gamut 3 cine. The best way to go about it is you can test like same shot and switch it up, and in the software try to do the correction and see what you like better.
Okay.
Yeah. Supposedly, ideally, the Cine 3 is the newest one, but as you can see from the Sony website, the conversion alerts are not for Cine 3.
Okay.
It's for just S gamut, S gamut.
Okay.
So
he's so knowledgeable and so patient, and took time outside of our sessions to find the right LUTs and settings for my camera. I would honestly dread this part of the editing process, color correcting, color grading, because I didn't know how to do it. And now I don't feel that way. I know that when people think about Fiverr, they think about it as this marketplace where you get one service done and you move on. But as you've seen through my experiences, visa consultations, language lessons, and now color correcting, color grading classes, it can be so much more than that. Fiverr offers endless opportunities for you to prioritize what you really care about. And if this sounds interesting to you, you can click the link below to explore your options and use my code for a discount. All of the things, inventions, and creations that you love most in life exist because someone decided to care about it enough to bring it to life. If you spend your entire existence pretending to care about things that you don't really care about, you will never have the capacity to bring the things to life that you're meant to bring to life. So as much as you might think, or you've been taught, that it's selfish to center the things that you really value, it's really not. It's really not. And please don't forget the power that comes with just leading by example. Please let me know in the comments below what you care about in this season of your life. And I hope you have a beautiful rest of your day wherever you are in the world. Thank you so much for showing up for me. Thank you for being patient with me. And as always, thank you for being here. I'll see you later. Bye.